Maybe run intro.
Yep. I don't know. Here, oh my golly. It's not Fortnite, baby. It's not Fortnite, baby. It's not Fortnite. Whoa. Whoa. Alright. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. It's so what's going on right now is I'm setting up um the streams. Well, I'm trying to simultaneously do three, and everything's a little different, you know? Everything is a little different. But I'm ready for this. We got the friends, we got the crew, we got the Fluffy Kitten and the ClickCloud9 in the house. Only one that's missing is the walrus, and truthfully, there's probably others missing. We could have a lot of people in here. We could communicate with everybody, and tonight we're gonna attempt to communicate with the past, with the belief system that is denounced to many men. It is denounced the right word, Fluff? Would that be?
I'm not sure what announced even means. I can look it up though. I can sure look it up here.
Yeah, sure. Surely look it up.
So the look here.
Sure, look it up, Shirley.
What's announced? That's a hard. Sometimes I try to type a word and spell check. Can't even figure it out.
Dude, that happens so frequently. It's really sad.
So denounced. Oh, here we go. Denounced definition. Unbeknownst. Hang on. It's confusing. Let's see. It's bringing me up to unbeknownst. Without being known about by someone. So let's see how.
I feel like it's like unbeknownst to many men. That may be.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily, huh?
Let's start this off by saying this, that we're learning.
Yeah.
Right. We're learning, and this is not meant to be blasphemy at all, right? Because we're learning this, we're just talking it, and figuring it out ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So don't take the things that we're saying as gospel.
No, definitely not gospel.
This is conversation.
Yeah, it is kind of is gospel.
I don't think necessarily everybody has the opportunity to know, right? I mean, because you could be in a completely isolated spot and not know. But I think that takes us to another time to kind of talk about, what the Bible says about those situations. But I think to stay on track and focus on what we're going to do today is we're going to do a 10-minute reading from the book of Matthew, and we're going to then talk about it a little bit. So I have a Bible here, and I'm going to go ahead and just read the book of Matthew. And again, I am not a scholar by any means, so my pronunciations, I'm sure I may have, bear with me, right? So if you have your Bible, go ahead and take it out, and I'm going to go ahead and start with Matthew 1. And again, we'll read for 10 minutes, maybe a little less if we feel like we have to stop and talk a little bit, because we may have so much that we covered in just a few minutes. I mean, we will obviously. We may have things to talk about even before that. So I'm going to go ahead and just read a little bit here, and then we'll talk about it. So Fanny Pack, if you want to take some notes, feel free to take some notes. But again, I'm going to start with the book of Matthew, and we're in the New Testament here.
I just want to, I definitely do want to take notes, and I just want to interject for technical issues here real quick. Fluff, did I just send a monster wave of repeat into your ears?
There was some echo.
Yeah.
There's still some echo.
Yeah, all right, I'll take it away. For everybody out there, I really wanted to bring Fluff to life, and my
Is the cat
set.
talk? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the cat was talking.
Meow. Meow. Come here. Oh, it
Yeah,
doesn't like meows. Oh no. Oh. Whoa.
yeah. You know what? I'm gonna interject one last time here. You know, if Fluff is somebody who kind of knows computers, I believe so. Maybe we'll learn a lot about Fluff through this process. Maybe we won't. Who's to know? But we're for sure going to learn a lot about God and ourselves. So in Jesus, yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm going to know how to direct each one. Now, yeah, yeah, yeah. This was a great setup in mind, but it will not unfortunately work because I don't want to leave Fluffy Kitten in a world of echo all night. So for a future date, we'll bring back, and there will be a talking cat. Until then, just enjoy the lyrical binoculars of the Fluffy Kitten and the click clank.
What's on tap?
And the click clank.
The cat, he talks. Look at his beautiful lips. Meow, meow,
Am I
meow.
sounding okay?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'd imagine. I mean, I'm probably giving a lot of backfeed, and
No, I just want to make sure my mic on my Quest works because that's what I'm on right now.
yeah,
No, it sounds good.
yeah. You're living in the VR right now.
Yeah, I got like 4 monitors going.
Okay, that's sick. That's sick. But Click, I ask you while you're living in that VR, if you could pull out your phone and pull up TikTok. Anybody out there who's watching, do we have audio up on TikTok? The meters don't flow up that high when the Fluff's reading, so I just want to make certain that we have audio. And Click, if you could do the same.
On Twitch.
Or I mean TikTok. We're on the TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube's.
That's a lot.
Yeah, we're everywhere right now. And the cat, it was going to be the cat's grand debut, right? And unfortunately, unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. But we'll keep on topic and we'll learn a little bit about Jesus from a reading of Fluff. But what's the true reading again here, Fluff?
So we're still gonna start off. We're gonna start a little bit about Matthew, and again, this is the New Testament. So we're gonna read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. We're gonna start with Matthew today. We're gonna read a little bit, and again, not a scholar by any means. Not saying I'm gonna pronounce everything correctly, but we're learning, right? This is learning experience, and we're gonna come together and yeah, let's go ahead and dive right into it. But
one last thing before you dive directly back into it, I just want to make sure Click is still on the thing of checking our audio. And he didn't give up on that. And then I do want to say, TikTok, make sure we have audio for you and Fluff.
Hold on. Trying to find you through Twitch. Are you not on Twitch right now?
Dude, I am on Twitch, but I exist in the shadows of everywhere. So if you can't find me on Twitch, you can't find me on Twitch.
Fanny Pack Dave?
I don't know. Just it's Fanny. No, I'm the mindful navigator now.
The mind navigator.
Yeah, we're the mind. Yeah. Yeah, we're the mindful navigator in there.
Navigator XP. That's what you are.
And then, but make sure there and TikTok too, if you would.
What's
and if
XP is that like
level up, dude? Yeah, leveling up. XP. Get that XP to level up. So mindful navigation.
It's like you evolved.
Yeah.
You evolved from a fanny man to now the mind. So it's like you started.
Yeah, it's working.
You started at your hip, and you went from your hip. Fanny pack.
Yeah.
And you now worked your way up the mind.
It's the power, dude. Your hip, that's basically the groin section. So that's all your hormonal production, everything down there with it, whether it's the uterus or the penis. It's all the power, and it starts with a fanny pack and rised up.
Are they made there? Or are they made in the pineal gland? Aren't they made in where's your pineal gland?
It's probably in there. No, I mean your pineal gland is. Yeah, but it's.
Is that where you make hormones?
Maybe, I don't know. So now we're diving in. Where is the pineal gland?
Yeah, we got. Let's add this to next week's.
I mean, we could find out real quick with Alex. I mean, I do.
Look up for next week's discussion.
No.
The pineal gland.
well, yeah, the pineal gland. Yeah, the pineal gland in hormonal production.
Pineal gland. Where do the hormones come from? I think I don't know. I think there's a lot.
Apparently, they come from pills, and apparently they come from injections. I'm just going to be honest. You know, this is where the hormones don't matter anymore when they're all supplemental. Like it truly doesn't matter where they come from anymore. It's because we're just going to suppress them all by the hormones in our foods and the hormones we put in our bodies.
The human body is, I mean, it's a heck of a machine.
Oh,
I mean, you look at like what the body can do and just like how complex we are, you know?
Oh yeah,
it's wild.
Dude, it's everything.
How's that ultra wide monitor going there, Feeney?
Click just with the absurd questions right now. It's great. Click. How's the VR headset going right now?
Dude, I got 4 monitors up. I'm Googling pineal gland in one. I got Twitch up on the other, Discord up on another. You know, I'm just living life.
And we're on, and that monitor in your ears, you're about to find a little bit more about Jesus. You're about to find out a little bit more about Jesus and his friends. It's crazy. Click. Did you know one of Jesus' friends turned him in? And
okay.
Did you know this?
Sorry, go ahead.
And Jesus had no fear. He had no fear. And we're going to learn about this. We're going to learn about it from people that were there firsthand. And this is where Fluff wants to take us in tonight. We're literally going to learn about it through the mouth of Fluff. He's going to be speaking the Lord through the disciples, right? This is going to be beautiful through a perspective of what happened. It's going to be sweet. I hear great things about these books. I hear great things about them. It's super cool. So yeah, so Jesus, he had no fear.
Timer.
All right.
I'll start the timer, and we'll go ahead and get started. So again, Matthew, and we're gonna go chapter 1.
One last thing though, Click. If you do get to the point where you get to TikTok, could you let us know if we have audio there?
Yeah, well,
These guys bragging about all his monitors. All right.
Okay. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this so you can see it.
No, don't worry about taking a screenshot right now. I don't want to see it. I don't want. Just check TikTok, dude. TikTok. Somebody out there. Do we have audio?
I hope you have.
God, I wish I heard of.
I just don't understand. Okay, Fluff. Jesus.
This is the genealogy of Jesus, the Messiah, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac, Isaac the father of Jacob, Jacob the father of Judah and his brothers, Judah the father of Perez and Zahar, whose mother was Tamar, Perez the father of Hiram,
I just want to jump in so bad.
Ram, the father of Amadid, Amadid, the father of Nahshon, Nahshon, the father of Salem, Salem, the father of Boaz, whose mother was Rahab, Boaz, the father of Obed.
Wait, I'm sorry. I got one last interjection, real quick. Fluff. Do you know everybody that you're about to name begot everybody? Like this timeline that you're about to bestow upon us is like the timeline of like, oh my God, the birth of Christ. Like this and before him, like this timeline is so insane, and everybody's just begetting everybody. You're about to come up with so many names right now. It's amazing. How can we tie all these names together? Do you think we could get a plot chart of all these names and have an actual chart of the genealogy?
Yeah, you know, I think there probably would be, right? Somewhere. Well, let's go ahead and keep.
Yeah. I'll let you begot everybody, dude.
Because this is probably one of the parts where people get like, you know, lost, because really the next like.
Oh, dude, 100%.
The next 10 paragraphs is all genealogy, but we're not we're not going to read it. We're going to continue on.
No, that's cool.
And we're going to get.
That's.
So no, we have.
I just
the
wish
next,
we had a chart.
No,
Like, generate us a
we can
chart.
probably get one. And again, I know I'm not saying these.
No,
names
cool. It's
correctly.
hard.
I'm just trying to. Yeah.
Just wait till you get to locations, dude.
So,
Locations is at the end of
100%.
it, and I always wish there was a glossary in the back of the Bible, and it would show you like location A. Like you just read. It's got like it says like next to all these crazy words. Yeah, you have a map, but you don't have you.
No, so this is a learning Bible. This is a it has highlighted colors and everything. So
Yeah.
It breaks it down by like discipleships, outreach, God, salvation, love, the commandments, family, faith, prophecy, evil, sin, and history. So this highlights for you, and then it also has maps, so you kind of know as you're reading. Like it's like a helper, right? It's kind of like a learning Bible, so to say. Let's keep on. Let's keep on getting into it. Okay.
All right.
And Jesse, the father of King David. David was the father of Solomon, whose mother had been Uriah's wife. Solomon, the father of Rehoboam, the father of Ajah, the father of Asa, the father of Jehoshaphat, the father of Jehoram, the father of Uzziah, the father of Jahim, the father of Asa, the father of Hezekiah, the father of Manusa, the father of Ammon, the father of Jehiah, and Jehiah, the father of Jenahah, and his brothers at the time of the exile to Babylon. After the exile to Babylon, Jehiah was the father of Shalal, the father of Zerah, the father of Abraham, the father of Echem, the father of Azar. You guys hear me still?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of fathers, a lot of begotten. We're getting into this. Great job. Doing a great job.
The father of Zadok, the father of Achim, the father of Alhu.
Yeah, I think he's doing a great job.
Alzar, the father of
hard names.
Matan, the father of Jacob, and Jacob, the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary, and Mary was the mother of Jesus, who was called the Messiah.
Look at him go.
Thus, there were 14 generations in all from Abraham to David, 14 from David to the exile to Babylon, and 14 from the exile to the Messiah.
Is his book telling him this right now?
14 generations, all from Abraham to David, is basically what we just talked to.
Is your book telling you this right now too? Did it?
Yeah, no.
No shit. That's how cool a learning Bible is.
That's still, that was verse 17. So now we're getting into Jesus' birth, and again, this does have like some extra like little inputs.
Jesus' birthday is on Christmas, right?
So I think we're gonna see like when exactly that is. Jesus' birth to Mary.
Okay.
This is how the birth of Jesus, the Messiah, came about. His mother Mary was pledged to be married to Joseph, but before they came together, she was found to be pregnant through the Holy Spirit. Because Joseph, her husband, was faithful to the law and yet did not want to expose her to public disgrace, he had in mind to divorce her quietly. But after he had considered this, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins. All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God with us. When Joseph woke up, he did what the angel of the Lord had commanded him to do and took Mary home as his wife. But he did not commemorate their marriage until she gave birth to a son, and he gave him the name Jesus. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judah, during the time.
During the what time?
I gotta flip the page.
Oh.
Well, all that suspense you built up.
I know.
I was ready.
During the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." When King Herod heard that he was, when the King Herod heard this, he was disturbed, and all Jerusalem with him. When he had called together all the people's chief priests and teachers of the law, he asked them where the Messiah was born. "In Bethlehem, in Judah," they replied, "for this is what the prophet has written. But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, for out of you will come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel." Then Herod Then Herod called the Magi secretly and found out from them that the exact time the star had appeared. He sent them to Bethlehem and said, "Go and search carefully for this child. As soon as you find him, report to me, that so I may too go and worship him." After they had heard the king, they went on their way, and the star they had seen when it rose went ahead of them, until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were overjoyed. On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened the treasures and presented him with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to go back to Herod, they returned to their country by another route. Mary and Joseph flee with Jesus to Egypt.
If there would have been frog breath in there,
finish this chapter.
If there would have been frog breath in there, are you sure there wasn't frog breath in there? Real quick, they gave him myrrh and they gave him frankincense. What about dog's breath?
I don't see dog. What is dog's breath?
Or worm's breath. Worm's wort. Fudge. What was it? Worm. Nightmare Before Christmas, dude. That was the stuff that he was. All those things that they just said that was all in Dr. Finkelstein's soup when Sally made it to him. That's like when she was when she was planting in the garden, and the garden was a cemetery. That's what she was laying on gravestones. What you just mentioned, those two things, myrrh and Franken's breath or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah. So okay.
So Mary and Joseph flee with Jesus to Egypt. When they had gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. "Get up," he said. "Take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for the child to kill him." So he got up, took his child and mother during the night, and left for Egypt, where he stayed until death of Herod. So was fulfilled what the Lord had said through the prophet, "Out of Egypt I called my son." When Herod realized that he had been outwitted by the Magi,
I like that you're dropping in, but
and gave
look at all those things. Thanks, dude. That's a lot of hearts.
Bethlehem and its vicinity.
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
2 years old and under, in accordance with the time he had learned from the Magi. Then what was said through the prophet Jeremiah was fulfilled. A voice is heard in Ramah, weeping in great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children and refusing to be comforted because there are no more. All right, so I'm going to do one more chapter here. Jesus and his parents returned to Nazareth. After Herod died, the angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt and said, "Get up, take the child and his mother and go to the land of Israel.
It's amazing.
But those who were trying to take the child's life
Keep
are
listening,
dead.
and we'll talk about
So
that.
he got up, took
Thanks
the
for sharing,
child and
Chubby.
mother, and went to the land of Israel. But when he heard that the Archelaus was reigning in Judah in place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there. Having been warned in a dream, he withdrew to the district of Galilee, and he went and lived in the town called Nazareth. So was fulfilled what was said through the prophets, that he would be called Nazareth. All right.
So was Jesus of Nazareth, right?
Did you write down? I just told you.
Yeah, the king. Exactly yeah, but he was be the king of Nazareth. So that person was
so
believing
after Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judah.
Yeah.
So it sounds okay. So he was born in Bethlehem in Judah, but then they went to
Nazareth.
They fled. They fled with Jesus to Egypt, and then they returned to Nazareth.
Was that Moses in Egypt too?
Who?
Moses definitely has something to do with Egypt. I'm not sure if he was leaving or going to. Fanny Pack, pull up a map of. So I have a map here, and it looks like Nazareth and Jerusalem and Bethlehem are they're kind of by each other. So you could why don't you pull that up and share it, because then we can see.
Did you share it in Discord? Did you?
How am I gonna share it?
Oh, I thought you guys said you got it pulled up here, like right now. Like share that.
That would be.
Yeah, would be if you already pulled it up, and then now I just add it on here. Like, come on, man, that'd be so cool. Yeah, just have that bitch scanned in.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just no. So what do I gotta look up here?
Look up Bethlehem, because you'll see Jerusalem, Bethlehem, and Nazareth are all.
So when's the second coming supposed to be?
So nobody knows. My understanding, nobody knows the time. Nobody knows the time and place, right? Like nobody. I'm not sure if necessarily the place isn't known, but the time isn't known, because it's been predicted like so many times. But like it's very clear that us humans, we have no idea when it's going to happen.
So we're just fucked when it happens.
I mean, not really fucked at all.
The Lord,
yeah.
And then we're
yeah.
Rocking and rolling with Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Like you would think there'd be like a second coming by now, right?
Moses left Egypt.
Many years.
No, I mean,
I don't know, right? Well, then it's like, are we going to see that somewhere? Like, are we going to hear about that? Like, are we going to have more details? And as we read on.
The thing is, for the comings, and the thing is, though, we're going to learn this, and I was thinking that I think you got to forget everything you think you know, like, as I go through with this, because I don't know much, and I have these thoughts that I think I know.
But I got all these questions, like...
Yeah. What do you...
Why?
Why what?
Just, like, in general, like, why has nothing happened?
Well, you don't know that nothing has happened, though. Here's the beautiful thing. So when Jesus resurrected, not everybody saw Jesus's resurrection. There was only a few. So they have, and we're gonna. I think is what I believe, and what I've done a little bit. And like one of the dudes didn't even really see him come to life, but everybody felt his presence. So it's like Jesus could have came back already. Jesus could have walked this earth many times over and over again. Or maybe he hasn't, because we're gonna learn later that like he puts like a threat on us and is like, dude, when I come back, like stuff like we gotta hold hands or something. I think we've held hands in the past. We just need to hold hands again in the future. I think his coming isn't a bad thing at all. But I guess Fluff.
No, his coming is to be celebrated.
Yeah.
We're waiting, right? Like we're waiting for him. We're waiting for him to come back.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like, there's just, there's so, we are so complex of a species. And it's like, Especially, I mean, they're like we didn't just appear from out of nowhere, you know. We came from like clearly a creator, you know, Lord Jesus.
Do you?
But no, we're waiting for him to come back, and you know, it's something that you celebrate, right?
Do you think it'll be him coming back, or you think it'll be like a second born whole thing all over again?
All the Messiah, he just comes out and he's like, I'm Messiah number 2, and he's just gonna be a millennial, like a super duper one.
Like he's just like, hey, I'm the sequel.
Yeah.
Here is a beautifully illustrated map of Bethlehem,
exactly
highlighting its historic
he is
landmarks in a
gonna do it.
hand-drawn style
Okay.
with intricate details.
Oh,
Let me know if you'd like any modifications.
There's so many questions, you know.
well, would I?
Keep reading. Well, we learned. I think you know, like we're reading a book.
Well, yeah, and it's a book that is like almost like time stamped with people's experiences, right? Because these people wrote these books independently. They didn't write them together. They're their own things, and so when you kind of align them up, like, I mean, do you think they really sat together and came up with this crazy elaborative story, you know, like all together and then separated and then all wrote their stuff independently of their experiences? I think these books are going to be powerful books, and it's like a understanding of everything within all their families. So I think it's going to be cool seeing like where they went in life and stuff, because his buddies were cool. They were the believers. They were like think about them like the knights of like the Templar, like a group of people just meeting up in somebody's basement and being like, dude, I believe, you believe, like this is what the world needs to see, and the world is locked up, and like you could be like executed, I feel like, in these times, and stoned, and like you were stoned for everything. And like Jesus, we're gonna learn so much cool shit. His buddies were all hanging out there, and he just like steps in front of a girl getting stoned, and he's like, "Stop! Ye who has not sinned, throw the first stone." And everybody's like, "What the fuck?" Like he said something cool like that. He's just a cool dude.
Something cool.
Yeah, he did. He stopped the girl from getting stoned, and it's just like people love stoning people. And he stopped that. Like, people had to been like, dude, we haven't had a stoning because this Jesus guy just keeps washing everybody's feet and shit. And his buddies are just like, dude, there's something to this guy. And they all hung out with him. And then, like, one of them turned on him.
Wasn't it Judah?
I don't know. Fluffy, no.
Lucifer? I don't know.
No, it wasn't Lucifer. Lucifer's a bad dude. Lucifer is like he's like the only person to stand in God's presence. Yeah, you can't even be a demon and stand in God's presence. You can't.
Here's where we gotta keep reading today, so it gives them borderline go on blasphemy. He is so carried away. No, I'm pretty sure it was Judith, and yeah, I don't know. No, there are conversations between the devil and Jesus. Like, I mean, you're going to read it, like,
Oh, 100%, dude.
I forgot what the mountain was.
I read this like thing once where like this guy went to hell like in his sleep or something, and like described everything, and then like he was like in there for like 6 minutes, but he felt like it was like an eternity. And then, like,
it's called the DMT trip. Like, he wasn't sleeping; he was smoking DMT.
It was something like he was like in like a chamber thing.
It's called a K-hole. No.
And he like freaked out, and then like last minute was like praying like for Jesus to save him, and then all of a sudden like this light appeared in like hell, and it was Jesus. I don't know. It was wild. It was a wild thing to read. Makes you think.
Oh, yeah, there's places everywhere that exist, and I'm sure heaven and hell are definitely something that exists. I mean, think about what could be created in this world. I was thinking, and I know we were going so crazy off topic, when you get into Antarctica, so I think that Antarctica is actually heaven. So it's the gateway, right? So there's a hole in the ozone layer directly above Antarctica, and it doesn't rotate. And Antarctica it's the only place in the world that every country has agreed that it's, hey, we're not going to mess around here. So it's either the asteroid that came in that wiped out the dinosaurs to put the hole in the ozone, or it's like the gods, and there's different clouds up there, dude. These clouds are ice. Like that's the kingdom of heaven right there. Like that's the kingdom of heaven. It's actually like
Antarctica one day.
yeah, because if the Earth is round, like that's the perfect spot for the kingdom of heaven to hang out and look over all of us. Like that's the it could be.
No, I think it's just cold in Antarctica.
Yeah, I pulled up a map of Bethlehem for you.
On Discord?
No, it's on all the interwebs where we're live.
No.
So I want like a map, like not a painting of a city. Like, you gotta back that thing out.
This is what Alex generated for me.
Well, I don't want to know where the town hall is. I want to see.
This is what we need. Okay, so because I don't. That's so unless it's all got to be shared. And so there's a thing called webhooks. This is what I was going to say, and we're going to get back in the Jesus because we're coming back. We need to know what we're going to talk about next episode, like the pineal gland and hormones, and we
I'm
also
looking the pineal gland up. Don't worry.
yeah, and we also need to learn about webhooks.
You better have pictures too. I want pictures.
Yeah, I want. Yeah.
I'll get some pictures going.
Like this has to be a straight biology meets history or meets science and history and oh god, current events and world affairs and oh my god, political science. This is going to be a big course next week. It's gonna be an interesting one. But back yeah it's so crazy. No, webhooks, Fluff, webhooks. I'd like us to look up webhooks, and it would be cool because I could just hook you my internet access, and you could do weird shit, and then you're mirrored. Did we?
Yeah.
He's like these a-holes. Just trying to talk God, man. Just trying to talk God. Isn't it?
He's back.
Huh?
We got him.
Okay.
He's back.
Oops.
No. That's good. That was
That razor phone.
no, that was
It is. I'm walking around. It's hard to walk around with it. I had it folded.
you. That is amazing that you can just fold a phone. That's how you know. That's how you know.
But I need Apple to come out with a folded phone, honestly.
You know what you need? You need the belief in Jesus, and that Apple flip phone would just appear. You'll make it appear by having belief within oneself, and because that's the thing. If you can't believe in somebody else, how do you believe in yourself? Like I think like that's a really important lesson too. That but I guess you don't have to believe in somebody else to believe in yourself. It's crazy. I mean, I think it's nice to believe in I believe in Santa. I just think it's nice to believe. Right? I just think it's nice to believe.
He says you would. Goodness gracious.
Oh God, Fluff, you're gonna have a hard time with this. I think it's great books. I think it's great books, and when you were talking about Harold or Herod, is that different from King Herod? That's a different person, or was that the same person that you were talking about in the passage?
I could have totally just been saying it way off.
How were you saying that, or who? Because what was?
Look up really quick Matthew chapter 1.
How's it spelled?
You don't think we should have started with? We shouldn't have started with Genesis.
No, so I did. From everything I've seen and like talking to people, they recommend starting with the Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
See,
that's like telling the story of Jesus.
Isn't Genesis like how the whole world started though?
Yeah. That's where we have to start because we're gonna have way too many questions. Because this is the thing. This is the thing about.
No, you're gonna get confused. No.
Everybody wants to talk about Jesus. I want to talk about the God who made us. I want to know God's story. I want to know the initial God story because Jesus was created. Like Jesus, he came up. He read a book. What did Jesus read? He was spiritual. right? Like, or was he just himself? Was he just a normal everyday Joe who believed in nothing but goodness? Like, or did he read the book and he believed in a religion at this time? Did he believe in a religion that was the Bible, right? He learned from the Bible.
This is what we're learning. This is why we're reading New Testament.
I mean, I trust Kyle.
Okay.
Because I know nothing about this stuff.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to do a lot of stoppings and a lot of questions. So I think while we're reading this, maybe on the side you could be reading Genesis, so you can answer some of these questions we're gonna have.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
No, Fluff reads it. He reads Genesis on the side, and then that way we have questions and answers. Or we could bring an expert in, and the only time they're allowed to talk is for
when you ask them to.
no, for like these questions. Well, no, because I'm thinking because we don't want to have an expert jumping in on like the whole like everything, because we want to be able to break it down for ourselves and be able to compare and contrast like what we believe is going on in here, and then when we have questions about outside or like that, because you learn a lot about, I mean we're learning a lot about the Bible as it sits. An expert is just somebody who's read it before, right? I mean, read it a few times. I don't know, I just got like I was talking to Adam Alex earlier, and he said he'd love to sit in and do that. He loves the world of religion. Yeah.
There's the Bible, and there's also like teaching and like tradition, and like there's so much to it that. No, I mean Genesis is heavy. I mean that's a very like I think like from my understanding is like if people start with that, they kind of get like lost, and then like this is giving us the background on Jesus first, and then we'll go into I'm downstairs eating snacks now.
But we're not reading the book of Jesus, right? We're reading.
No, because you have certain parts that are laws, right? Like that's like where you're going to get a lot of laws that is in like the Old Testament.
Yeah. So Jesus never got to write his story. Jesus' story is unwritten, right? His story is written by his friends that knew parts of him.
And I feel like his story was written pretty well written when he died and came back.
yeah, but like every moment of his life, right? Like imagine the Truman Show. Oh, and Jesus, like he had his own thoughts.
Not to get off subject, but how pissed would you be if you were like you found out your whole life was a show like that?
I mean, your whole life is a show like that.
I'd be pissed.
It's a little bit of schizophrenia. You never hurt anybody. Come on.
Private moments.
It's like the Jersey Shore. Where's all that footage? I always said, there should have been a multi-screen live Jersey Shore thing. Like they should be airing all the unseen everything, all the workout sessions. You just go on. I mean, it's a categorization of your life. There's a movie. It's with Robin Williams. It's called the Photo. It's not Photo Booth. The Cutter. It's called The Cutter. Photo Cutter or something. And they put a chip in everybody's brain, and it records all their images. And this person, when somebody dies, this person, like the mortician, he pulls the chip out of the person's brain and puts it in a computer and categorizes his whole life, the person's whole life, their whole life, into moments. So then at the funeral, people could relive the moments through this person's eyes. So
you
like
about Neuralink right now?
It's kind of, I mean, it's kind of like what the Neuralink could be. You get into the hacking of a Neuralink or something. Like there goes, they're hacking ChatGPT accounts, like 10 million accounts.
They like just fucked mine up and like had a bunch of like videos of me shaving my ass at my funeral.
This is where he shaved his ass.
Or me shaving Noah's ass.
And so it's labeled with the birthdays. Just comes in there. Just a bunch of cakes year after year. Oh, there's an asshole. It's like a nice slow montage.
Oh my god, that was the after birthday.
Yeah, no, I trust you, but just know we're gonna have a lot of questions. The deeper we dive into this, and I'm sure we can keep the questions at like a more roundabout like area to per se. But at the same time, I don't know if that will happen. They're gonna be crazy, Fluff, just so you know. And none of us, like you said, we're all learning, so it's gonna it's gonna be intense.
No, questions are good. That's how you learn.
Yeah. But are you sure you don't want to read the book of Genesis on your own right now so like you could answer some of these questions for us?
The book of Genesis isn't going to have the answers to all your questions.
No, but you have to start there because like, so I don't know. I was thinking the other day that maybe what happened. No, I'm not going to get into it.
What book has Adam and Eve in it?
Oh,
Genesis.
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 See?
Yeah, that's interesting stuff right there. Like, who really ate the forbidden fruit?
I think what happened was that Jesus, God gave us humans and mushrooms to coexist as one on this earth. So mushrooms, their biology is the same as a human, right? Humans have more DNA based on mushrooms than any other organism out there. So we were here together. Mushrooms started communicating just like humans started communicating. They started flourishing the earth, and that was God's gift. And you stayed with these things, and then she saw this apple, but it wasn't really an apple. It was like a bad trip, or she was having a bad experience, and it was something weird. And she ate it, and everything changed. Like, everybody looked at her and were like, what the hell? Why would you do that? But was it only 2 people there when she ate the apple?
So, Genesis gets hard because, not even Genesis, the Old Testament, because a lot, and this is where I had a very hard time, because like I went through and did like a conversion over, and when I would have so many questions, like converting from like Methodist to like Catholicism, and like I mean I have so many questions, but
see, that's my problem. That's why I don't think I could go to church, because, well, not that I couldn't go to church, but I feel like I had to have so many questions.
That's cool. You could have a lot of questions.
What you end up learning is that like you, especially the Old Testament, a lot of it is not. It's not what, like. I'm trying to think like a good example, like something like if you said and like. No, that's not a good example. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's not literal. That's exactly it. Literal. It's not necessarily literal. So that's where it gets complicated. Is like you need to just like the meaning behind things, and like some things are literal, some things are not literal. That's where it gets hard.
I think it's all interesting, like how it all, you know.
The only thing that's really wild is I think it's called The Case for Christ, and there was a guy, I think he was like an atheist, like hardcore, and he like set off to like, disprove God or Christ or Jesus. And he went like all over, and his goal was to like, crack a case and be like, like here's proof that Christ didn't exist. And he literally went and did all this like intense studying and all this stuff, and at the end of it all, he ended up like becoming a believer in Christ, because he's like, this definitely happened. Like, there's a picture you can pull up that it talks about, we were talking about earlier about all the different like tie-ins of these different stories by different people from different parts of the world. And like the map of like how those things all tie in, like it's crazy. Like there's nothing else that has that kind of like cross-referencing.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think we do this. We keep reading. Maybe we get through the Gospel of Matthew, and then we can do a little bit of Genesis, and then
Well, because then you think like, okay, so it was just Adam and Eve, so there's only two people. So how did we get millions and billions, or millions and millions of people out of two people? I don't know. It's just a lot of things like interesting and learning.
You know what I think? This
There's got to be a lot of inbreeding going on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but was Adam and Eve, and like were they? And this is where again, like we got to read it to know, because like were they in the Garden of Eden, and was that like a set aside spot, so to say? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that like?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, then that's where it's like it's just sticky with like the literalness, because yeah, it's like how did, like, so if we literally just have Adam and Eve, it might say literally like, you know, how did that happen, right? And it's like, well, did like was the Garden of Eden like a place set aside, and there was like other people, like it's very confusing.
So you think there was more people?
Well, I don't know. That's where we have to read the. I mean,
but we're not going to find that in this one. We'll have to go into Genesis. So the story of Adam and Eve, I learned, was it was completely covered up by the CIA and was recently released. Yeah,
Just like Martin Luther King's speech was fake.
Yeah, no, the story of Martin. I'm telling the story. I have the copy. I have the copy.
I need to get you a fact checker.
I have the copy.
We need to get you a fact checker. This is where
I have it. It was redacted, and I have it.
This is why you need to be streaming on Twitter right now.
I'm telling you, I have the redacted Adam and Eve story, but I think that it goes. I think it goes deeper than that. Yeah.
Before we completely lose you, and we gotta close it out at 11:01. So, the next week we have pineal gland.
Pineal gland, I'm bringing that to the table.
Yeah, pineal gland, and then what else did we have? Pineal gland.
Continuing the Book of Matthew.
Oh, yeah, we'll kick it off with the Book of Matthew.
I think we had we had web hooks too, where you were going to learn web hooks. Web hooks is you just look up web hooks. And you learn web hooks. That'd be so cool.
That sounds intense.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Did you see my picture I sent you guys with my 5 monitors?
No. Where's my phone? My phone.
Oh man. Yes, that's awesome.
Like I literally was able to put 2 of them like above me that I can just look up and see them.
Oh, that's awesome. See, like stuff like this. Simple stuff, easy to just pull something on the screen. I think I'm just going to do that. Just do live editing. Okay, well, I'll talk about that in a future date with you guys off this. I know Fluff wants to close it out.
It's just easy to lay in bed and do that with the Quest 3, like the stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like the monitors.
Oh, dude, the endless opportunity for everybody out there. This is not a marketing.
Lied to us.
Yeah, this is not.
God, these monitors are amazing. Oh my god, and you can see the world too. Like you need to go take a poop, you could do it.
Oh yeah,
just walk on over.
Awesome.
Oh my god. Oh, the walrus is in here. Walrus is in the chat.
What? No. You guys just trying to get Delagie to work? No. I don't see him.
Huh?
I thought you're saying in the chat. I thought you meant he joined our headsets. Yeah, I thought you meant he joined our headsets. Yeah.
Next week we will have the walrus.
Yeah.
Surprise us, just like how Click surprised us today.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a nice surprise. No, it was good. It was good talk. We learned a lot. The VR headset though, what they were getting into, and I was gonna say, it's no marketing. You know, we're paid no advertising dollars from Meta to talk about their product. Frankly, if we were, I would have a discussion with Zucker. No, we talk. It would be a good conversation, right, guys? I think me and Marky Z would have a good talk to you.
Nah, God, I don't know. He seems kind of weird.
Nah, I think no way, dude. I'd be able to talk to a weird dude. I'm kind of weird.
I think it would either go really good. I think it go really bad. You know, I think it either be really good or no in between.
How much does he like Elon? Because that might set him off if you talk about Elon.
I mean, I'm still I like Elon, but honestly,
gentlemen, I have the bounce. Good night. I will see you guys.
Good night, sir.
Good night, dude. Good night. All right, well, that concludes the episode of the Book of Matthew. And thanks for reading, Fluff, and we're going to probably continue chatting about that for a little bit here. But thanks for the educational level and bringing us into this. Click, I don't know if you watched last week's, but yeah, Fluff came up with this. He's like, dude, let's just talk. Let's just dive into God. And I'm just like, yeah.
No, Fluff's got that schedule going. I like it, dude. Like,
yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, but no, that conversation would be phenomenal with I don't think it would go wrong at all. And even Elon, I'm gonna be honest here. I was thinking about it the other day. So
You've been pissing me off.
Yeah. Well, see, I've still never decided if I fully believe in. I was a big advocate of not so much Elon, bless you, not too long ago, because I was looking at Elon as almost like a puppet for a while there for the government.
I think he still is.
Yeah, it's interesting, and it's so crazy because like the amount of subsidies he was getting with the Bitcoin, he was the first guy to accept Bitcoin. And I just still think that maybe he was just smart and he's just like, dude, the government's going to do this crazy shit. I'm going to try to liquidate some of this Bitcoin out of people. They worked together on that. Like they had to work together on that because I don't know. Are you cool to go down a weird rabbit hole right now, or am I just okay? Well, because I look at the Bitcoin as it's a currency created by the U.S. government to control online illicit activity and drug trade. And crazy shit. So they developed this coin to get people to put money into it. It was the CIA weird, dark, deep, weird shit that some crazy ass covert mission that it was created to track this shit around. And they needed a way. They needed a digital realm, and this is the only reason the digital realm of Bitcoin exists on American soil. Right? They would have put a stop to this, but they let this coin exist and have stuff. So. It was used to track crazy shit going on, and then people started jumping in on it, and they're like, dude, let me hold on to this. And it was just currency that was made to be bought and sold to do shit and get shit, and now it's just held. I mean, it's a big bank account for people that are doing nothing weird with it, but then super weird. So the government is like, dude, we need to liquidate some of this Bitcoin out. Elon, hey dude, we hook you up with so much government subsidies and shit. You mind accepting Bitcoin for your Teslas? And he's just like, yeah, dude, let me do this. I'll funnel it back. And then that's how some tax dollars come in. And maybe Elon wants all this stuff so he can eliminate that, so it's never seen. No, that's a weird. We just went there on this. Yeah. But no, it's like weird though, because I don't know. I look at it as two ways. Like it's smart for Elon to be like, oh yeah, you're right. Let me get some of this money out. And I don't know. I just believe the Bitcoin's created and Elon. It's just interesting. He's an interesting fellow. I'd love to chat with him. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. He's all that shit Doge right now going on though.
Yeah, it's just so interesting. It's so Like he's it's just like everything is just aligned so perfectly. And it's interesting, but it almost had to, like, to take it to, like, I mean, the system, it's crazy what we're spending on, like, mental illness has been running the country. It's so crazy. And it's just, I just believe anything that you have to take a pill for that isn't it's everything, right? You have to take a pill for anything. There's different forms of diabetes, right? So there's mandatory stuff for diabetic, right? There's mandatory stuff for, like, well, you got cancers, that's treatment, but a lot of cancers are created from the foods and stuff that we eat. So, like, if you look at every disease and everything that exists, like diabetes comes from excessive eating, sugars or different stuff, but not all of them. Some are genetic. So it's interesting to think about all the stuff that we take medicine for, and how it could be linked into something within yourself, on like binge eating, like anything. It's so cool and interesting. The fact that everything we take medicine for could be considered an illness from something that we took in, or some action that we did. So then you go into, like, into anxiety. Right now you have medicine and stuff, like all these things in depression, medicine, and like these are things you have to work through. Body dysmorphia, medicine. And like there is so many different schizophrenia, personality defects. There's so many diseases out there that or they're illnesses. They're not diseases, they're illnesses, right? An illness could go away, and I mean, then you have some diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's and stuff. Like you have all these things. And I think cancer, I don't know if that a disease or a virus, or is it a virus that turns to a disease, and that's the same as AIDS?
Well, no, it's like it's cells that
generate within you. Yeah. So it's like all the stuff it's all from everything that we consume and stuff. And I don't know. I just wonder if that was the thing with Adam and Eve. Like they were only supposed to consume mushrooms.
And they didn't. They consumed that fucking apple.
Yeah, they went for fruits and stuff. So, I mean, I guess Ducky really wants to go out. I'll be right back. While I'm gone, can you sing a song?
I would, but I got a sore throat.
You gotta tell a story then, or yeah, you're gonna have to tell a story real quick, because I gotta.
Man, I'm just building a Lego set as we're doing this.
Well, explain what the Lego set looks like, and explain the Lego set, or I'll just end it. But I can't end it right now. I gotta go let Ducky out. So just cover for me for a minute.
You go let Ducky
Describe
out.
these.
That's the Pokemon one, you know.
And ladies and gentlemen, you're left with ClickCloud9.
Get my Pokemon on, building a Mew Lego set. It's like an 8-bit, that old school original Nintendo 8-bit shit. It looks pretty sweet, I must say. Trying to read instructions. I don't know. Trying to find the right block, trying to read directions. I don't know why he left me in charge. It's not smart. Let's go right there. I got about half of it built while we were doing everything, so it's not terrible. Could be better. Now we need Dave to get VR up and going. That's what we really need. Get that up and going. Get some golf going in that. I think that would be splendid. Splendid. Get some walkabout mini golf. Oh, when Dave gets back, what the ask him? And Brian's got his thing going too. Oh. You know, building Legos, you can start to really kill your fingers here. Really start to kill your fingers. That's okay. That's alright. We're gonna make. Oh, there he is. You can see him coming back.
Damn.
Oh, he's drinking some water.
Damn. I thought I was gonna be able to sneak in and just listen to you for a little bit here.
Oh, never.
Oh.
I have eyes everywhere.
Man.
You see how many monitors I have up?
Dude, that's what I wanted to come back and talk about when I came back, man. That set up with the Quest 3 and the S and the 3, and then even honestly it makes me think the Quest 2, just not to the extent, right? Not at all to the extent, not with that pass-through capabilities.
I don't remember being able to put all those monitors up on the Quest 2 like that.
Yeah, you could put them all up. Yeah, it was just like in a black space. Generally, so what we would always do is we would use the thing where it was there was an app. It was a cool app. Many people used it. It's where you could drop the thing onto your wrist. What was that called?
Yeah. On the Steam thing, right?
Yep. It was a Steam app. And it was it was some that so that wasn't virtual desktop. That was that, and we would assign it places. Sometimes you could stick it places, and sometimes it would get lost, like so far away, and you're just like, oh my god, how do I get that back onto my wrist? Yeah. So that's not virtual desktop. So virtual desktop, what you're using, yeah, I mean, virtual desktop was the initial thing that we were using to get into the game. So we were just using the game. So yeah, no, virtual desktop, you could put shit everywhere on there, but I don't think to this extent. That pass-through camera is phenomenal. The other night, actually, I was playing Xbox and it with Brian, and this is when my mic started failing me, and I decided to turn off my pass-through camera because I was watching a movie. I was watching Unchained while I was golfing and editing pictures and stuff, and so it was beautiful. And then I realized, I'm like, dude, I'm not watching this movie at all. Let me make this screen of the game go directly in front of me, and then just make it huge. And then I'm like, dude, I don't need to sit in my living room. I turned on the virtual background, and now I'm inside of an Xbox. Literally, like, I'm in this just blank room, and I'm just like, this is crazy, dude. It's so easy to exit and enter realities.
Oh yeah, all the different things it puts to it. Like I told you, like I was playing the table tennis game, and it sounds stupid, but I completely forgot I was in VR. And good thing there's like straps on the controllers, because I just dropped my controllers on the table there.
No,
like the virtual table. I went to put the paddle down and just dropped my controllers, and I'm like, oh my god, I was in VR. I wasn't even in real life.
Oh shit, the whole table is virtual. I was thinking you were doing it in pass through, and I was thinking,
no, I was doing it all virtual.
Okay, I was thinking you were playing table tennis and you measured out the size of a table that was in your living room, and you were playing on your table, but you were seeing a virtual opponent.
Yeah, it was a virtual table and everything.
Okay, so
you know what we need to do? We need to get back into that rec room in VR chat. Just talk with people again.
Dude, I want to make that thing, because that guy said how he's like, you can't do it. We should do it. We should make it. I literally prompted my main AI My main one, it's literally titled Learning and Dave or something. And it's just a bunch of stars. It just ran out. I have no more room. I can't see anything else in there. It won't take anything else but the last prompt that it's given, and then that deletes after it says it. And so that one's gone. But right before, the last thing that I asked it was to describe who I am and the thing on it. And so I have this prompt that we could literally train the model directly on from my most educated AI. And then we bring it to life, dude. And then we do the same thing with you. Oh, and we just have our avatars walking around in VR chat 24/7. You said you wanted to see or you didn't want to know what it would be like to be on Truman Show, and you'd be so pissed. Let's create our digital entities of ourselves and release them. Yeah, dude. Release them and watch them interact. We'll just go on and be like, what's FPDJR doing in ClickCloud9 JR? You know, JR the third. You know, yeah. What are they doing right now? And they're just like hanging out, talking to a grouping of people. I'm up there like on a stage doing like a TED Talk.
Oh my god! You remember when I pissed off that DJ because I kept going behind the DJ booth and couldn't figure out how I could get it?
That was so awesome. No, you just kept appearing there. You're so over there mixing it. He's like, pay no attention to him. Guys, seriously, can we figure this out?
I would just stand behind him and like raise my arms. I was like, raise your roof. He gets so, you know, that's so disrespectful to the
DJ. Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, that was a beautiful game, dude. You could I used to like to go into concerts and then go in to explore the whole realms and the outskirts and shit. And that was in meanwhile you still hear the music. It's just like a little farther away. And just find yourself a nice rock and throw stars, a nice thing to sit on and throw stones. It's so stupid. So yeah, you can do anything in there. Jenny, Jamie's sister, got kicked out of a comedy show. She was heckling the comedian, and dude, it was literally 2 heckles, and she was out. But it was rude. You cannot open mic at a comedy show in a room of 5 people. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
that's a little wrong.
Yeah. It's like, come on, dude. All of a sudden, the mic goes loud. Oh, I felt so bad for the guy. I was like, Jenny, what are you doing? Yeah, it didn't last long. Yeah.
You know, there's like literal like golf simulators on there.
Oh yeah. I was looking them up. Yeah. You could get the golf attachment and everything.
Yeah. I was thinking about trying one of them out.
Yeah, probably pretty good.
They got that Golf Plus or whatever.
They're probably pretty good. Yeah, probably pretty good. It's interesting. See, I really want to play a pass-through camera game. I haven't explored the pass-through capabilities yet. I really want to scan my house with Polycam and build myself a whole digital entity on Blender. Or just Worldcast. Do it with Worldcast. Maybe take a little longer because I got to do all the walls independently. But actually no, I just drop it in and then I just got to do the colors. It'd actually be pretty quick on Worldcast actually. And then just map out the whole house. Put shit on. Put stationary TVs on the walls and shit. And put different artwork that's over top of my artwork with image codes, and then all of my artwork comes to life. I feel like it wouldn't be a hard thing to do, and I haven't done it yet. I feel like it would be a little bit. You know, it's
probably might take a little bit longer.
Yeah, probably not the absolute easiest. Maybe we should start with our avatars. We should start with the avatars. Oh my god, you think we could build those?
Might be able to.
Yeah. So, guys out there, what do you guys think? You think we should build an avatar and let it loose on the VR chat world and let it just communicate with everybody. I think so, Click.
You know a game I saw someone playing the other day on the front page of Twitch when I was just scrolling through things?
What's that?
Was it made me think of you, was GeoGuessr.
Is it?
Yeah.
I
forgot all about that.
It was the world's hardest game. That was the world's hardest game. Dude, speaking of GeoGuessr, man, going in and playing that in the VR, that was the coolest thing ever, where we just went into a random place and walked around the streets in VR and had people guess where it was. That was phenomenal. That there was a person in my chat one day that was from Bethlehem, and so I wanted to walk the streets of Bethlehem. So I pulled up Bethlehem, and I walked around Bethlehem and like past the coffee shops and all the shit that she used to go to and stuff. And then you probably were hanging out there. Or, I went to a canyon and laid in a canyon inside the VR. It was so beautiful. That girl thought it was the coolest thing ever to walk the streets of there and see her place. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Dude, I had that big old area in the basement. Dude, that area is so sick walking around that.
Oh yeah, with your mats and everything, the green screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I miss that. Having that space and stuff, because dude, that's
what's in there. What's down there right now?
Oh, everything, everything. But like, it needs to just get a complete overhaul. It's tough out there, guys. You know, hoarding is easy, dude. My basement is a rack. Like, what the hell, Dave? Just throw everything away or throw nothing away. What do we throw away? It's crazy. Do you throw away everything, Click?
Oh God, we're minimalist too.
Yeah.
I don't. If it's been sitting around, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I have a bag in my basement. I have a bag of hockey pads, hockey equipment from when I was a child. It's like,
yeah, that shit would have been to the curb.
Yeah, so long ago. Yeah, I haven't opened the bag up because I'm just scared it's gonna be like full of spiders or some shit. So it's just been laying there, and it's like, dude, why do I have this big giant freaking bag?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all my old artwork. It's like, Dave, this didn't go anywhere. Like, you're not famous. Throw all your artwork away. Like, what are you doing? God.
That's funny.
Oh man. Yeah. So you throw everything away. You throw everything away. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
even my kids' artwork.
Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. No, I tried. And so I'm not organized. So like, I try to keep cards, like all of our cards and stuff, because like then I like the scrap book and stuff. Like, and if I ever get like in a scrapbooking mood, like I want all the memories that I can just fucking cut up and use them. Like, I cut up so many of me and Jamie's old memories to use them in this amazing scrapbook. It looks like a serial killer created the scrapbook. Like, it's insane. I don't. Did I ever show you the scrapbook?
No.
Dude, so I got the scrapbook. Everybody out there, I got the scrapbook. It's probably 14. It's probably 8 to 10 pages, maybe 10 pages of just freaking craziness, dude. Both sides, double-sided, right? It's probably 10. It's crazy. You have to see it. I took apart cards. I took pictures. It's creepy. It's honestly like, it's a good thing Jamie loves me and loved me when I created this. Like, I have about 80 to 120 hours into this thing. Like, it was when I start crafting, I go for a craft. Like, I don't stop. Like, it's, dude,
that's why I like Legos, dude. I like Legos is like craft. I love fucking around with Legos.
Yeah, it's a lot. Some of the pieces are really small when they get in there, and you're just like, dude, how do I get this out? And it's like, oh, let me grab a sharp steak knife when I'm sitting here working with my 3-year-old, you know. So it's
I just bought a flower set for me and Abe to do.
Did you? Yeah, for Ash.
No,
not for Ash, not for Valentine's Day.
Hell no. For me.
You're so funny. Oh my god. No, you're funny. No. Yeah, crafting's fun. No. No, that's so sad. I got Jamie a flower
I
set.
got Legos.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh, I did one better. I got Hobby Lobby was selling crocheted flowers.
And you crocheted flowers for her?
No, they are already crocheted. I didn't do it. So they were selling like individual flowers, like daisies, roses, I don't know, some other shit. So I bought like a dozen of them and made my own like flower vase and put all the crocheted flowers in it.
Okay. That's very nice of you.
And they were like 40% off at Hobby Lobby, which was still like $50 to do this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's ridiculous. So that was 40% off, and it still came out to like $50. But
it's probably beautiful.
Yeah, it's okay.
But it's not Legos.
No. I built her Legos, like a Lego flower thing for her birthday. So
okay, a big old vase like the size of this crocheted vase. Like this crocheted vase sounds like it's badass. Like it sounds like it's so big.
I'll send you a picture of it when I get it all done.
Oh yeah, I
gotta build it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. You're gonna have to build it pretty big, I feel like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, send me a picture when you're done.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Do you want I don't know. What are you doing right now? You're just
finishing up this Lego set.
Inside the VR headset still?
No, I just on the iPad.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to test out my mic to make sure it worked, because you scared me a little bit there.
Yeah, it worked good. It worked really good.
You could hear pretty good on it too.
Yeah,
like I could hear you guys pretty good.
Mm-hmm. It's a really good tool. I think you are right. We probably should explore a little bit more on it. And I mean, I think it would be cool to show that kid wrong over there too, like, because I mean, we're already showing him wrong with the capabilities that it could do.
Oh god, he was so angry. As soon as he was like, "Well, it doesn't. It's a Quest 2." Like, no, it's not, dude. Like, you don't know what you're talking about already.
Yeah. He just liked to hear himself talk, and he liked to hear himself talk a lot. Yeah.
I was about to say the same exact thing.
Yeah. I mean, he thought he was giving us knowledge, but he was not. I mean, his knowledge was incorrect, and he stands unchallenged. So maybe we'll challenge him. His
knowledge was horrible.
I mean, he was knowledgeable about like those handhelds and stuff. I mean, he was a very knowledgeable person on those things, right? I mean,
oh yeah.
But
that's because he uses them.
Yeah, I mean, he uses the VR as well. He uses
he uses the index.
Yeah, he uses the index. Yep, which doesn't have a pass-through camera.
No.
So he never gave it a chance.
No.
Because the index is a computer on your head.
Yeah, and he's like, I use the index, like, and I'm like, okay, dude, like, congratulations.
Yeah, that's like hardcore gaming. Like, maybe get a treadmill up in that thing with that thing too. Like,
but the thing is, you can do whatever gaming you're doing. If you can connect your Quest 3 to your PC and do the same exact thing.
It's gotta be a different frame rate capability though, because it's transferring, right? So you have a bit rate drop and stuff coming over.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, I mean,
you can still play the same games though.
Yeah, you can still play the same games, and I mean the power that it is, and the capabilities that it is. But I mean, I haven't got into the gaming yet, and I mean, although the gaming was absolutely amazing on the Quest 2, and I had so much fun in all the things that we went into. I mean, it's so amazing. There was a bunch of states in the Quest 2 that made me like feel like I was gonna fall over and stuff. You remember like when it would start blinking a bunch of times when it's like loading into a game, or sometimes you like load in like in a room all by yourself and the room's like glitching and weird shit, and you're just like, what the hell is going on? When's this gonna stop? And you're on like 6 grams of mushrooms and you're just like, what? You know, like, yeah, like this, come on, I'm already altered. But yeah, no, like, I mean, so there was many states where the quality in that. So I gotta imagine, I'd hopefully imagine with taking away latency and all that stuff, with having the direct computer over your head, like with the the Index, and also the Apple Vision, you know, with having that directly on you is different. I mean, the Quest is its internal gaming system, but
the problem with the Vision though is that it is like it's just like a fucking iPad on your head. Like, it doesn't do it. You can't game on it. You can't do anything cool with it.
So I don't think it's necessarily meant to like show that capability. It's not for the gamer. I mean, the games on that would be front facing. The games on that would be a full mixed reality, augmented reality game. That thing is made to be able to tell like the distances apart. Like the quest will give you a boundary and stuff, but that thing is meant to fully interact with the world around you. That Vision Pro thing, that is specifically for the developer basically, but many consumers got it in their hand. I know it's like 3,500 now, but I thought it was like 13,000 or something. But I could be.
That much,
I don't know. I thought it was up there, but now I think it's maybe not. It's maybe not. It's just 3,500 bucks.
I think that's what it was when it came out.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it's higher. People were complaining because it's really not for the generalized consumer, because the generalized consumer is not going to have that much stuff built into it at a local level. Like maybe in different areas, like in big tech areas, but basically to be able to use that, you have to be scanning stuff in, and so that the headset, you would have to be going around the same place and like scanning your data in, and I don't think the headsets track like that just because of the privacy laws.
No, but I mean, like, fuck, if I spent that much money on that, I would be fucking, you better believe my ass is wearing that everywhere I fucking go.
Yeah, 100%. 100% you're going to be, I mean, the thing is, though, what are you going to be looking at? Like, I mean, you put your heads-up display on there. So, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, you're walking around, you got your heads-up display on there. I mean, the GPS, you think the GPS is integrated enough where that's going to pop up on your screen? That might, if you're losing.
3,500, it better be.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wonder if you go into Walmart or Home Depot and you say, you talk to the AI, if it's got integrated AI, and you say, hey, I'm looking for, hex screws 7. Where's it at? And then all of a sudden it shows up on your vision plane and where to go, and it's like beeping, or maybe it would be really cool for somebody who's blind too. Honestly, it would be like your heads up display, and it can almost like beep for you, or make like a sound because they got ocular hearing, so you'd know which way to turn. So that would probably be huge, super cool. But yeah, I mean, I don't know to what extent that they do. I mean, yeah, I'd love to see one, the capabilities of it. But
I would like to put one on just to see.
Yeah,
I would like to.
Yeah. That's probably what I need to build my house. Like, I really want to recreate my whole house and then drop it in on my house, because one of the things I learned is when you measure stuff inside this, have you scanned a room yet completely?
No.
So when you scan a room, your boundaries actually stay. The only time you're adjusting your boundaries is if you never really set a boundary, because you're never going to actually be at the set place. So you could actually scan your room, and you could like scan your furniture, you could scan all the stuff, scan the walls, the ceiling, and you could scan it to create a different type of boundary. And that, and then that stays. So that stays. Like in the previous quest, your boundary wouldn't stay. You'd aim on the ground and make a little circle and make your little zigzag and stuff, and then you make it, and then if you reorient, sometimes that thing would change. It would shift a little bit, and you're just like, damn. Or you get back into it, and you're like, okay, how do I align it at this perfect spot? Where do I turn on it? And so you'd always have to redo it. This you could create your boundaries, and you could alter them, but they're there. So yeah, you can in essence scan out your entire house, and then then you can scan it with Polycam as well. Make a 100% replica. I'm gonna have to do that. Click. I need the.
You need to do it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. I did that before. Do you remember my streams before? Where I built an augmented room, and I had an augmented desk and computer, and windows I could look out at. Oh shit! What is this?
Whatever.
What inactivities? It's telling me that I have inactivities. We have detected inactivities. My TikTok. It probably is like, dude, nobody's stopping in on your stream. Nobody likes you. Like there's inactivity here. Like, are you sure you really want to stay live? Are you sure you really want to stay here?
Has your computer been running a lot better at that monitor?
Yeah, it is really nice. Yeah. I don't like sitting at it as much though. The only thing I really like doing at this monitor is leaning back and playing a game.
Yeah.
Because it's too far away from me now. So I have to sit up and so far because before my monitor is on the edge, like I could pull them out a little bit. I'm gonna have to do a wall mount or something, so I can attach it to the wall and then pull it towards me, because I need this thing like a solid 2 feet closer to me to be able to actually work on it. Because every time I sit on this computer, I'm leaving my alignment because I have to lean forward to try to read what I'm trying to see or try to do anything. What's that? What happened?
I just broke a piece off. That didn't mean to break off.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Did it break in half?
No.
Oh,
It just snapped.
Oh, this is a pretty hefty.
It snapped off.
There's a pretty hefty denounce of satisfaction, and for something that just didn't really break, it just popped off.
Well, it popped off and then fell on the floor, and I did it again.
Yeah, God, yeah, Legos on the floor, no good. It's very dangerous. Okay, yeah, TikTok is like, no, we do not like you. Oh, TikTok. Well,
we're good.
We're getting it going. We're ending the TikTok. TikTok, it's been real. Appreciate you. You've had this second send off. If you stayed here, if you've been here, click nobody's here. How do you sit and talk to somebody that is not here, but then there's a very small likelihood that somebody is going to be there? Ever in the future, and you're just like, oh, I want to be respectful to you. I want to leave you with a life lesson. I want to leave you with something that I learned through this stream. And it's like, well, you're not there, but I guess I'm just sharing.
God, why does it keep doing that?
It's the same thing over. Oh, dude, let me tell you, this pisses you off. Like, this thing keep popping off. I played with Brian golf the other night. We're saving a course for you. Brian, we're saving this course. He's got a few more things he has to do on this course. He wanted to do them last night. I'm like, nope, we're saving it for Click. So this course, I took a shot, and 69 yards away, I take a shot, I miss it, and the ball rolls back down. I am shooting at the pin 69 yards away, and a miss, and it's very slow miss, and then it rolls back down the hill, slow motion, rolls back, lands in the direct spot that I just hit from, in my hole and everything.
Really?
Yeah. So then I'm up again. I swing. Brian's like, dude, no way could you ever do that ever again. That was insane. He was dying. He's like, I've never seen that. It was a beautiful hit. Like my ball's literally about to go into the hole. And no, it doesn't. And then it just freaking, insane. So then the next hit again. Brian's talking, no way. He's like, dude, you better go far left. You better go farther left. So I'm going farther left. And dude, same thing. Land up there, roll back down, rolls directly in my same hole again.
No way.
Then hit it again. This is a fourth hit, dude. Coming down, hit it again, goes back. And then I timed out. I hit it up on, I think it went off the green. I'm like, dude, I'm done messing with this green. And then I timed out. I 7-shot it out. But, yeah, dude, 4 shots in the same exact hole.
That's crazy.
Dude, rolled back 3 times on me. Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, it was. I didn't understand. Like, I just wanted to get in the hole. Oh, it was crazy. But yeah. What y'all? And I did that inside the VR. I did that inside of the VR.
Really?
Yep. Did that inside the VR. I was playing in that thing, dude. Just sitting. I had, my screen was every bit of 400 inches, like a couple feet away from me, just inside of this giant room. And yeah, it was cool. That was cool. The VR is a cool thing. Yeah, we might have to get into the VR.
Yeah, I like the VR a lot.
Hello there. Hello there. Yeah, we'll have to dive in, but I don't know I don't know. I feel like this is my issue with the streaming world thing, though. I have fun hanging out with the buddy, but I guess like they have to come to an end, or do they not? Because nobody ever comes anyway. So why does it have to end? Like that's the thing about like the Truman Show. Truman helped so many, and he didn't even know it. So his situation helped so many, and he didn't even know it. This is what's crazy, and who knows? Just by being present somewhere, you may be the exact thing that somebody needs. And that's stupid to think, and I don't like to think like I'm like Dave. What's somebody gonna gain? Somebody could gain anything from anybody, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you never know though.
Yeah, this internet, man. This internet.
You never know when someone finds it and they need it at that moment.
Mm-hmm. Always interesting moments. You need to come to a networking thing with me. I have so much fun with them. You'd have a blast just talking to people, listening to what they do. Yeah. You guys out there too, and I still gotta address them. You guys out there, yeah. Anybody out there? Whoa. Network to people, communicate with somebody, talk to somebody. You never know what you're gonna learn from somebody until you open your mouth and talk to them. And click, it's so cool, dude. Go to this place, and these people, so many interesting people, dude. I talked to a dude about coffee. He was so passionate about coffee. Big black dude, looking like a bodybuilder, dude. Big freaking dude. And he's just walk over, grabbing this other conversation. All the guy's named Dave, so I'm just like, I could jump in. 2 Daves, why not? I'd jump in, and I hear him talking about wholesaling. I'm like, what are we wholesaling? I'm thinking this guy's like starting to wholesale and Royd's business or something. No, I'm just kidding, but just kidding, JK, really. But no, and he's like, dude, coffee. I'm like, oh no shit, that's cool. And yeah, then he starts talking about coffee. He's so passionate about coffee, but that's not what pays his bills. He's a home inspector, or he's a builder. He does a bunch of shit. But dude, coffee. He's traveling the world, going to places to explore their coffee. He said he just got back from France. And he's like, dude, these people. He goes, you want to know people love their coffee? He goes, you go to France. He goes, they love their coffee. He goes, it's an experience going into their coffee shop. He's like, they're presenting you with beans for you to smell and stuff, and how you want your coffee. I'm like, dude, insane.
That's crazy.
Insane. Yeah. How often do you just lose hearing in one of your ears and just have just crazy ringing?
No, not very often.
No.
No, I don't think that's normal.
No. you don't get that often?
No.
Never often?
Never often.
Oh, that's weird. For real?
For real.
It's so weird that when you find out stuff about other people, see, that's why you talk to somebody, you know? That's why you have a conversation. That's crazy. So it's so interesting. What happens to you that you wonder if it happens to others?
I don't know. I don't really wonder.
Your gout thing.
Oh yeah, but I just know that's from gout. Like I just know.
But what is gout?
It's build up of uric acid.
How do you fix that? Where does it build up from? What are the elements?
Don't drink beer.
Yeah, but what else is going on inside your body for that reaction to occur?
I just know you don't. It's like whatever's in like the wheat and whatever's in like red meat that causes it. It causes something for uric acid in your body to build up.
You think?
It's weird.
Can I bring in an assistant on this conversation?
Sure.
Let me know if you could hear him. Hey, Alex, you there?
Hey there. What can I do for you today?
Can you hear him, Click?
I do.
I'm always here to help. What's on your mind?
You hear him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Alex. I have a question for you about gout.
Sure thing. What's your question?
You got gout, so we're talking about gout right now, and we're wondering what gout is. ClickCloud9 says gout is like could be from like wheat allergies and different stuff, and its reaction from high iron and I think you said fat content or something from like stuff like beers and red meat and stuff. So just wondering what gout, what it comes from, and could you reverse gout? Like what other parts of your body are involved within gout?
Gout is a type of arthritis caused by an excess of uric acid in the blood, which can form crystals in the joints leading to inflammation and pain. Common triggers include foods high in purines like red meat, seafood, and alcohol, as well as certain medical conditions. It can often affect the big toe, but can also impact other joints. While you can't completely reverse gout, you can manage and prevent flare-ups with lifestyle changes like diet, staying hydrated, and possibly medication. Your kidneys are involved in processing uric acid, so kidney health is important as well.
Yeah,
So,
I know if I drink a lot of water, I don't get a lot of gout attacks.
Yeah, so he said it's really when you get gout, you really got gout.
Yeah.
It's just about controlling gout. That's interesting because like you didn't always have gout, you developed gout, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've had it since I was like 17, 18.
Okay, yeah, and that's when your body's like, did he say it was like due to hormones and stuff?
I can't remember.
Let's dive in. All right, Alex. So gout. So gout. You can't really cure gout, is what you said. You could treat gout. So that means like, does gout develop? Like, is gout caused from like a hormonal imbalance or something? Like when does gout generally set in on somebody?
Yes, gout is typically managed rather than cured. It's caused by an accumulation of uric acid, which can be influenced by genetic factors, diet, and lifestyle. It's not typically due to a hormonal imbalance, but rather how the body handles uric acid. Gout often sets in during middle age, and men are generally more prone to it.
Like your body just sucks at acids.
Increases after menopause.
Like,
Managing diet, reducing alcohol, and maintaining a healthy weight can help prevent flare-ups.
So you're saying there's no way to just get rid of gout. We can only manage it. So if my buddy Click, if he's got gout and he wants to drink, a dirty 30, because now it's called the dirty natty daddy. So natural light is now they got a natural daddy. So let's say he wants to drink a dirty 30 of natty daddy, and he just knows, shit, this is gonna hurt. I'm gonna have a monster gout flare up. What would he have to do? Could he do something to just completely eliminate his gout? Like, what would it have to be? Should he be microdosing wheat to get up to this, or what should he be doing to cure this gout so he could drink a dirty 30 of dirty daddy, natty daddy?
Gout. While it's managed rather than cured, if your buddy wants to enjoy his dirty 30 without a major gout flare-up, he might need to take preventive measures, staying hydrated, maintaining a healthy diet low in purines, and possibly taking medication like allopurinol can help. Unfortunately, there isn't a magic bullet to eliminate gout entirely, but managing it well can reduce the severity and frequency of
this is
flare-ups.
super sad.
Microdosing weed hasn't been proven to prevent gout.
I didn't say weed.
It's more about
I said
maintaining a balanced lifestyle and following medical advice.
This guy. Okay. Damn, Click, you really messed yourself up here. But it's interesting though. So it didn't mention any supplements, any natural supplements or anything that really you think he would have it would have kind of fish oil. Did it say that?
No, I just know it's fish
oil. Yeah, fish oil has thing DHEAs in it. I wonder if that's what it is that let me see this. Hey, Alex, so Click was just telling me that fish oil is kind of used to mitigate flare-ups and kind of helps with keeping, whatever it does. And I was wondering, is that because there's DHEAs inside fish oil, and it's the DHEAs that are kind of helping this, or am I just on a weird tangent?
Fish oil is often recommended because it contains omega-3 fatty acids like EPA and DHA, which have anti-inflammatory properties. These properties can help reduce the inflammation associated with gout flare-ups. While the exact mechanisms aren't fully understood, the anti-inflammatory effects of omega-3s are thought to play a key role. So yes, the DHA in fish oil can be beneficial for managing inflammation and potentially reducing the severity of gout symptoms. It doesn't sound weird at all. It's a good connection.
Good job, Click. We just made a good connection.
Not trying.
Yeah. Those DHEAs are interesting. I keep hearing a lot of stuff about those lately. And that's that's like the miracle. So everybody's all into these peptides, and the DHEAs are supposed to be something really, really interesting right now, and that's in the fish oil. And they talked about anti-inflammatory, and the more you keep inflammation off, the younger you're gonna feel, right? Like that's pain is inflammation. Yeah. So that's there's these studies on DHEA right now that is like the wonder drug. That's interesting.
Start taking that fish oil.
Yeah, right. Oh golly. So on this channel we could be we could dive deep in.
You get a fish oil sponsor.
Yeah, and we dive deep into the body. Yeah, I guess. I mean, we were already going in the bodies. We said that at the beginning of the thing. We were going to go into the bodies.
Gland.
Yeah, damn. So yeah, we're gonna do a lot on this, this channel, but since we're already diving in here, God, I really want to go down a rabbit hole on DHEAs. I think I only want to ask one follow-up question. Can I get cleared for a follow-up? It's just I'm kind of going on a tangent though.
Do it.
Okay. I mean, it really serves no purpose. Okay, Alex. So in fish oils there was two things. There was DHEAs and something else. What was the other thing? And then also, what was the other thing? And then is that other thing in a lot of stuff that's anti-inflammatory that maybe doesn't really work that much? And the combination of this, whatever this thing is in DHA, makes like the cool anti-inflammatory because it's actually DHEA, and DHEA is like the mystery magic thing that nobody knows how to control.
The two key omega-3 fatty acids in fish oil are EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. Both have anti-inflammatory properties, but DHA is particularly noted for its role in brain health and reducing inflammation. These omega-3s can be found in fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. While DHA and EPA are the main components, the combination in fish oil might be more effective at reducing inflammation than when they're isolated. So yes, they work together to provide those anti-inflammatory benefits.
Oh God, I really it's like interesting. So I don't know. I was going down a weird hole. I just got offered a weird thing to sell DHEAs, but the guy I feel like made the business plan on ChatGPT, and nothing really exists. And I think the whole thing is completely fake, but yet it may be really real, and then it's like really cool because there's so much cool shit you could do. But yeah, I don't know.
It sounds like you had quite the experience. It's always good to stay curious and open-minded, but also a little skeptical, especially when something seems too good to be true.
Yeah, Alex is still
If you
here
have
on
any
that.
help figuring things out or want more info on something, just let me know. There's definitely a lot of cool stuff out there.
Well, literally, I scanned in the business proposal this dude sent me, and I gave it to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT, I gave it to Alex, and Alex like, dude, that's a pretty solid plan. If these things work the way they work, like, and it just went like on a tangent of all the things that this could like fix and do, and I'm just like, no shit, and it was just like all crazy shit, and it was like blowing the formula, and then I talking to a buddy, and he's like, dude, your guy's got nothing. He doesn't have a data sheet. He thinks like, and he's like, he goes, I don't even think this was ever created. And I started saying, I'm like, dude, I don't think so either, man, because he sent us some documents that like literally looked like they were created. It said like, enter your name here. And I'm just like, dude, ChatGPT definitely built this, and it's like your insert your product here, and I'm just like, dude, if he built this, he would have put the names of the products in here and stuff. Like, so weird. Yeah. So And I learned too, dude. I'm a really hard person to talk to, like, because I go from like normal conversation into storytelling into role playing simultaneously, like within one like talking point, one statement.
Yeah.
Dude, like, I don't know, that's what like, he just didn't understand, and I was role playing weirdly, and he just he didn't understand. I was and he's like, dude, you're not understanding. I'm like, oh my God, you're not understanding. He's a little autistic too. And I'm just sitting here, and he's like thinking I'm mocking the product, and I'm like, I'm sitting here and I'm role playing like what I would say to a doctor about the current products. He's like, no, that's not how it is. They work together. I'm like, no, but you have to create the pain. You have to create the pain that the testosterone is useless without the DHEAs, and they know this. You can't regulate the testosterone production. Like, and he's getting so mad at me, and he's like, no, they work simultaneously. And I'm like, I get that, but you have to paint the pain as the testosterone is the devil, and without DHEAs, it makes no sense to it makes perfect sense because people still get huge benefits, but testosterone is so hard to control within each and every person. That's why like they talk about man boobs and stuff, gynecolestomia, whatever, or gyno. So like you get all these things, and you can't really, like, you put it in you, and it's just like, dude, you're hoping it's going to get you big. You're hoping it's not going to convert to estrogen. You're hoping and you're hoping you're not going to have the side effects. You're hoping you're not going to have hair loss. You're hoping you're not going to have these, and then these things like happen. The side effects are different for like pretty much everybody, and so it makes your treatments kind of weird because, maybe you have to go back more often, maybe not. Like, it's like this whole thing of people get tired of treatments and stuff. With this, it mitigates the effects, the side effects, and it just uses the proper part of the testosterone into it. Like, it's super, super cool, but it might not exist at all. It might just be a concept that was created like what I'm doing right now with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, isn't it? Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, but if not, it's a cool. If not, it's a cool thing.
So you're not gonna sell this?
Oh no, it's funny because I linked my buddy up with him, who's all into like crazy holistic stuff, and he's like, dude, he's like, he was all into it. He called him. I didn't even give him his phone number. I just told him the website. Next thing I know, he's calling him himself, and he's like, oh, I talked to your buddy. He's like, really cool. He sent me a bunch of shit, and then he's like, dude, he goes, I'm thinking, he goes, your buddy, he goes, although he seems super smart, he goes, I don't really know if he's done anything for this, and I'm. He goes, I asked him about a data sheet and he hung up on me. And he's like he goes, I presented this to a doctor buddy who's got like 20 practices. He's big time. And he goes, and he was telling me what a drug rep set does when they come in and they don't even look at a product without a data sheet. He goes, you have to understand how to handle it, how to, like, the stuff you would see, right? You'd see data sheets. Yeah,
I see Facebook data sheets all daily.
Yeah, so he has no data sheet or anything, and he's like, dude, he wants us to go out and start selling this where they'd laugh at us if we have nothing. We're just like, oh no, believe us, it's cool. Like, oh yeah, it was a funny conversation. He's like, yeah, and he goes, I said this to him, and he goes, and he hung up on me, and he answers the phone, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, he did the same thing to me because he got mad that he thought I was mocking the product when I accidentally role played. Oh, it was so funny.
Suckered him into doing that.
No, he's like a genius. I mean, he's crazy. He's a bioengineer. He's crazy though. Jamie's not a fan of him at all. Yeah, he's an interesting fellow. It was an interesting night. We could get into that, but yeah, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna sign us off on this. Are you still on here for a minute?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, what do you see again? Click. This is what I'm saying. Fluff's gonna be so mad at us. He's gonna be like, Dave, it's too long. He's gonna see the time and it's too long, and then I don't want to edit nothing. And for what? This is stupid. Nobody's gonna come. This is the issue with the internet and why I don't belong. Like, gosh, man, it's so crazy.
Fluff's gonna be so mad at you.
He is. Yeah. Yes. Oh, golly. Okay. But I believe in that, I believe in that realm that, maybe. So there's a dude on TikTok. You like him. I think you should troll him. I think you'd actually be the perfect troll for him. You'd be the perfect troll for him. His name is Billy. And he has 12.9 million followers, and all of his followers are like children, because he talks about how parents are raising their children, and then he says why they shouldn't be doing it that way, and they should allow the child to do like more.
Is he on right now?
Huh?
Is he on right now?
No, I don't know if he goes live. He just posts he posts videos. Oh, dude, some of the videos he sent was I'll be right back with you guys. Whoa. I'll be back with you. I'll be right back with you, Click. No, he posts videos about how to raise the kids, but I guess
How to parent.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know. He's crazy. Like, one of his videos he was talking about screen time and shutting off their Wi-Fi, and
I do that.
Yeah, so he said not to. It was crazy. He's like, yeah, he's like, parents.
Get off.
Yep. No, his 100%. Like, they have to understand you're the power. You hold the power of the technology. They want to hold the power of the technology and the power of sleep. Like, they can do that when they're in their own house and understand the stuff that you set in place on them, and they understand, like, dude, hey, maybe my dad was right about going to sleep and shit. It's like, maybe he's right. Sleep deprivation is a real thing. And You know, and it does lead to different heart diseases and stuff by staying up and not getting enough sleep. So like it's interesting, you know, kids, all this stuff. But yeah, he says that you should not shut off their Wi-Fi, and the reason is he goes, what if they're having a panic attack? What if they suffer from anxiety, depression, and whatever? And he goes, and he goes, and they need somebody to talk to. Oh, he goes, you can't limit them access to their friends. And I'm just sitting here like, what the hell? Like they need to know they can go talk to you for one. They need to know
they should be coming to me.
Yeah, not calling another child who, again, did you watch my video on kids are stupid?
No, I don't know.
No, you didn't watch it. I sent it in the group yesterday. Yeah, no, it's good.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's good. I went on a rant about how stupid kids are, and my sister watched it, and she goes, "Oh my god, I was dying." She goes, after a while, she goes, "I just wanted to start counting how many times you said they're stupid," and she goes, "I lost track of 30." She goes, "I was dying every time you said it. I couldn't. I just started cracking up again. I'm just like, yeah, they're stupid. Like it's just so crazy. And this guy's over here like, oh no, they need to be able to call their friends. Another fucking stupid kid, like another stupid kid. You want your kids to have access to another stupid kid in the middle of the night.
That sounds stupid.
Dude, his whole thing, it was like, it was one of his daughters like, Dad, can I go to the movies? It's like, it's after 8 o'clock. You're not leaving this house. Oh, then she's like, seriously? And he's like, yeah, you're not leaving this house. And then, she goes storming off, and he goes, yeah. He goes, no. He goes, parents. He goes, you let them go, and he goes, and you trust that they're gonna make the right decisions as long as they're respectful and they're getting good grades. And listen, he's like, yeah, and I'm just like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Like, no, like he goes, she's gonna find a way to go anyway, and then it cuts to her upstairs. Yeah, it cuts to her upstairs, and she's like, okay, just park 2 doors down so the Ring camera doesn't get me. It's like, no, you created children that think they could sneak out on you. Like, if this is an in-home scenario that you have, and you're scared your child's gonna sneak out, it's because you don't parent.
Yeah,
right.
No, my kid's not sneaking out. I can guarantee you that because he knows he's gonna get his ass beat.
Right? You could, but it's also you could stay and get ass beat. You could stay and get ass beat. You could, like, what was it? What was Snooki? Oh no, it wasn't Snooki. It was Sammy. Yeah. Was it Sammy saying that, or was that Jay? Yeah. Wow, Jesus, was it Sammy?
I think it was Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, maybe that was Jay. Wow.
Yeah, and she was saying it to Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I picture her like doing her like hand thing with her fingers the whole time. Pointing, yeah. Yeah, you could stay and get ass, but yeah. Yeah, no, this guy, I think he needs a troll. Dude, the comments are all like, where do I get you as my dad? Like, how do I get you on my parents' algorithm? Like, my sister's like, dude, one of her kids said that to her the other night, and she goes, David, I was going to kill him. She goes, I told him he gets off, his Wi-Fi is going down at 11. And he goes, he spent an hour basically crying and arguing with me over text message about it not going off. And then he got off at 10:50, no problem. And she goes, she goes, because he knew that if he would have stayed on, if I would have shut off the Wi-Fi mid-game, he would have got booted. And so he went off, and she goes, and the whole night then he's sending me sending me Snapchats from this guy. And she's like, I was gonna kill him. Like, yeah. I'm gonna send you this guy after you watch my video about kids being stupid.
Yeah, tell me that. I'll go back. He says in the group chat.
Yeah, I'll send it to you after. You can watch it in your VR headset. So like this would be something you could do in the Apple Vision. Do you think you could do Legos inside the headset right now with your Pastor Cam?
No, it's too grainy.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I know it's grainy, but I haven't looked that close up at something yet. Have you looked that close up at something yet?
Yeah, I've tried bringing my phone up close, and
yeah, but your phone's a different avenue though, because your phone's a digital display.
That's true.
Yeah.
I haven't tried that.
Yeah, I'll give that a try. I mean, you can toss it on right now, and while you're in there, you could pull up the YouTube video and watch it while we're here.
No, I'm not in there anymore.
I'm just telling you, just toss it on. You know, it's not that hard. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, we go on roller coaster rides and stuff. I went on a roller coaster ride with my nephew, and then Olive's obsessed with going on roller coaster rides.
Yeah, I get nauseous on that though.
Dude, I like to stand up and go. And Olive's Daredevil, and she's trying to stand up and do it. I took her to walk the plank yesterday.
Oh, that's a good one.
Dude, she had no problem. She walked right out on this plank and looked down, and then she got back in the elevator and said she wanted to go back down. And I'm just like, dude, you are wild. She literally walked right up on that plank, and then she got scared because we weren't going back down. She's like, I don't want, like, telling me how she didn't want to be up here. I'm like, okay, we'll go back down. But it's so hard because she's in the headset and I'm not.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, push the button on the elevator. Yeah. How do you? Is there a way to control it from your phone? Because I couldn't figure out how to, like. Yeah. They should have that. They should have touch screen on there. That app should have that. Or your screen, it almost turns into an extra controller. You're watching, but you could also control it straight from there and what's seen. So they like hold your head there, and they hold their head, and you push a button. Yeah. But all right, I'm gonna do the bed thing. Do it. World.
You want to bed?
Yeah. Unless you want to get a round of golf.
No, I gotta resubscribe to Ultimate Game Pass still.
Okay.
I literally just got done with this Lego set, so I'm probably gonna just hit the sheets too.
Okay.
Oh my god, my knees.
Well, do you want see? You gotta work those knees out. Well, you know, I'm gonna let it click. If you, what's going on in there?
Why did my AirPod die?
Oh, I don't know. I did not know. Yeah. You need to have it not die.
I mean, I only roll one at a time, but still.
So, well, tonight's been real. We have some homework for next week, and then also I think like Fluff would probably enjoy ascending earlier. he'd probably enjoy that we just ended, and then we do an after. Wouldn't it be cool to be able to take a show to another platform or another channel? Like to be able to, now we're gonna go over here and they come over there. No. It's just like, no. I think it would be interesting. For what reason? I don't really know. You know, I just think that it's happening out there right now, and it's happening every day where people are taking. I just think that you know, what's my message? I don't know. I just think that you can find something, challenge, ask a question, ask anything. Like, this is what we're here for. If there's silence, call in. You wanna chat? This is what people want this internet for, right? This is what this Billy guy says wants this internet for people to have access to another human. I'm not a therapist. Don't try to be. Click. They ain't no therapist. Fluff's not no therapist. He hangs out with the therapist though. Y'all should, right? I had a therapist co-writing a book for me. I say he wasn't really. I keep saying co-writing. He's like, you can't call it a co-writer because I haven't picked up a pen and done anything yet. But I need to go back to that. That goes of time. All right, we can talk all day. Click. Are you here? Click's gone. All right, world. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming in. You know, I want to thank you for swinging in. I want to thank you.
Well, I've been muted this
Fluffy
whole time.
Kitten. Yeah, you have.
I literally switched AirPods to my other one, and it never unmuted. I just been muted.
Yeah,
My bad.
Yeah, I even asked you. I even said, "Click you there," and now
I'm like, yeah, I'm here. I was in the other room though.
Oh, this guy. Yeah, no. Do you got anything to say?
No, just have a good night.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Have a good night. Enjoy the sheets. Enjoy the air, Enjoy the breath
everything.
of another. Yep. Enjoy that existence, that heartbeat, that life. Enjoy that life. Enjoy that life. We come back as we explore the depths of the unseen. And we actually have a video clip that we just put up today. Actually, it wasn't today. We have yeah, dude. We just went in a really deep dive yesterday with Brian on Antarctica, and sharing with him some of my findings that I had, and then I made a whole video on the interwebs about Antarctica and about with me and the AI, where we talked about everything that is Antarctica, and came up with some really amazing theories of it. And we sent that over to Sean, to have him look over it, with his PhD and stuff, and he never got back to me.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta call him out and be like, dude, what the hell, man? Yeah, we talked about water dam purification and the drought in Serbia, dude. We linked the drought in Serbia to underwater channels that go around this entire Earth, like the heat, the underwater channels. Like, is the water evaporating, or where's it going? The water that's here at all? There's like 70 holes inside Lake Michigan, all like in a row. Did you see that?
No.
Dude, it's crazy. Look up this. I'll share the news article with you. There's a hole, like 70 of them, all in a line in Lake Michigan, and they're like, "Where's this water going? Like, where's it going? What's going on? Because the water level is not dropping to this extent. What are these holes?" So yeah, we dissected what those holes are. Linked them. Nobody really knows. And we linked them to some interesting stuff, all stemming from Antarctica. Yeah, nobody watched that video. No, you can't even get the PhD to watch that video. It was probably crazy. It was probably crazy. All right, if anybody ever gets here, put in the comments you want that. Otherwise, you can find it on FPD. It's digital. Mindful Navigator, is that, or Digital Insights? Fuck, I don't even know my channels. This stupid internet, dude. Let's just get a sponsorship from the VR's worlds, and we just live inside the VR, and we just get an Apple Vision, and we're just in the realm. If you had an Apple Vision, you'd probably never put the Quest on unless you want a game. But that's what
I want a game on it more than anything. I need to get back into Phasmo on there.
Yeah, I give it a try with you. I'll give it a try. I need to organize the basement. I'll do that this week. I promised Olive that I would have it cleaned. Oh, yeah. I just like to walk around. I standing still for me makes me feel weird. I need to move.
So. Yeah, I can see that. I got space in the basement. I'm gonna try to move if I can walk and move.
Yeah, just a little bit. I feel like you need like a 5x5 at the minimum.
Yeah, just a small area.
Yeah. I like my 25. Yeah, that's so sweet. I love just hanging out of there in COVID. God. All right. World. Facebook, Meta, if you hear us, we'd love just to talk to Mark. No big deal. Apple, if you hear us, we'd love a headset or two, preferably. Like.
Can we please get we'll promote it.
Yeah. I'll ask Click what he did with it today. I'll be like, "What did you do?" And if you tell me nothing, I'll be like, "Dude, what the hell?" We just destroy. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'd love to know what it could do, because we have to see it. I guess you just watch a YouTube video on what it could do, but what if they don't tell me what it could truly do? Right?
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, I have to have it. Have to have it.
We need it, Apple. We need it. Mm-hmm. Please sponsor us.
It is, honestly, at this point in my life, it seems like it's a must, because I have a perception of what I could do with it, and what should be able to be done, and if that can't be done, then it's completely useless. But if it can be done, to what extent and how fast could it be done for the generalized user? Because it has to be easy, it has to be seamless, it has to not feel like a job, right?
Yeah, it's gotta feel like almost like it's gotta feel like a hobby, like an enjoyment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's so many depths of a digital landscape, and when you're doing a digital landscape mixing with a real one, like that's a lot. But could you imagine that? I mean, if you mapped out your subdivision, right? If you just mapped out an area that you go to every day, and you started changing it and running effects on it and turning it into like cartoons and stuff, everything's at the same spot. You know, the fire hydrants at the same spot, the trees at the same spot, the cars at the same spot, as long as it's at the same spot of its last scan, and it would still, hopefully you'd still see it. Like, you probably wouldn't, because we at that point, I mean, you, as long as an image isn't in front of it, a media source, right? Yeah, because it would be to run at a level of filter like that to display the stuff. I mean, you could just widen everything out a little bit, but that's going to change the perception of like just even getting mail or something. So yeah, you'd wanna basically at full scale. Yeah, I mean, just imagine that, dude. Imagine changing your whole, and that's what I believe you should be able to do with it, right?
Yeah, when changing the whole scale and everything on it.
Yeah, everything you see, basically be able to turn your life into a filter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't see why not, right? Like, I wouldn't see why not. God. Yeah, I just want the facial recognition things on it.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to look at somebody, have them in my CMR. We could figure out the legal aspect of it. We could figure out, because everyone would have an independent IP address, and there's metadata in every picture taken. So it'd be like a visual agreement of somebody where it like scans them and stuff or something. Like all the phones now have LiDAR built in, so you'd be able to get like a direct representation of somebody. So if you're on a site where you give permission, you do like a pre-scanning thing on that, and then if somebody has your true permission, then you'd pop up on their screen as in like the facial recognition thing. But you have to give them permission, because that would be the thing, dude. You can just be going through your Facebook and stop, take pictures of somebody, put them in your facial recognition software, and then now you see them out and about, and you know who they are, and now you have like, you know, that's super creepy. So there's got to be a level of permission to be able to,
that makes sense.
Yeah, to be able to give that kind of data. But if you have that person's stuff and you built it in and you have their permission, I feel like there'd be a way. I mean, me and the AI wrote that code like 2 years ago to do that. We went through all the all the legality of how it would work, and yeah, we'd figure that out easy. Yeah, still, yeah, so crazy. We did nothing with that. God damn, all the nothingness, click, all the nothingness we've done.
All the nothingness.
Yeah, so much nothingness. So much nothingness. There's so many people that do stuff out there. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
there's a lot.
There's so much stuff to do.
Do nothing too, though.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There definitely is. It's crazy. I'm one of those people. Oh God. Yeah, I just realized everything. So you should come to those networking events. They're so fun. So, dude, I had a guy yesterday. It was such an interesting conversation. Like, we literally went to like this like other corner, and I don't even know what I said to make him believe like that I knew so much about data. Like I must have talked about data at some point, because then he's like, dude, he's like we like went into this area, and he's like, dude, he goes, not dude. He was very professional. He said he's looking for a data engineer right now to go through his data and mine it for what he's missed. And I'm just like, dude, I would love to go through your data. I'm like, I would absolutely love that. I'm like, that would be super sweet. When do I start? All right. And he's like, yeah. And I go, yeah. I go, the weird thing is, though, is I go, I'm probably not going to know anything that I'm looking at. I'm like, your data is going to be probably unlike data I've ever seen before. And he's like, I'm like, dude, I don't even have a clue what your data would possibly look like. Like, but I would love to see. And this guy is just looking at me like, what the hell is this guy talking about? And yeah, then I'm like, dude, I've never actually seen data. I'm like, what is data? I'm like, for me, data is missed opportunity, data is missed revenues, data is access points unseen and undiscovered. I'm like, data for me is just diving into seeing what I could sell to this person that they haven't been sold. And I'm like, I'd love to see what yours is, and it was like a math. It was interesting, but yeah, I don't know. I gave him my card. I don't think he'll call. Oh, it was oh, dude, it was so funny. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like, dude, I'd love to be your data engineer. It's like, yeah, oh god, I just wanted to like blew just people's minds. It was so fun. It's all I love to do, dude. Just go around and meet people. Like, it's so funny. Like, I just stand there and then people just come. I try never to just stand there, or but it's like the second somebody like walks away and like about to go, like I'll have somebody just walk over and they just hit me with, dude, I love your vibe. And I'm like, oh, thanks, man. It's so weird. I've never been told love a vibe so much. And they're like, who are you? What do you do? And I'm just like, oh, nothing, man. I do nothing. I do nothing. And then I'm like, what do you do? And then we go into what they do. And then they're like, what do you do? I'm like, fucking nothing. Yeah. I just, oh, dude, I just blow up like their business of what they thought to do. Like all these artists and stuff. Oh, yes, I gave them so many just crazy ideas. This lady told me how good her art would look on mushrooms. And I'm like, do you ever eat mushrooms and look at your art? And she's like, no. I'm like, how do you know what your art would look like on mushrooms? I'm like, you ever take mushrooms? She's like, no. I'm like, how are you going to tell me your art would look good if you don't even know it would be good on mushrooms? I'm like, you have to take some mushrooms and look at your art. I'm like, better yet, I'm like, you have to take your two favorite art pieces and you have to put them down on a board about 2 feet or 2 feet away from each other and put a canvas directly in the middle and make those two paintings come to life and fight each other and draw the connection in the middle is one piece. And the dude is with, he's like, dude, that would be so dope. That would be so dope. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, here's my card. When you're ready to do this, I'll be your Sherpa and I'll walk you through it. It was so funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's just so crazy, dude. You could look at everything. Like all these people, they all have a business. And like you could look at each and every one of their businesses and see like what they don't have. Like, oh my God, this one lady, she was telling me her sales funnel is dead, and they're trying to figure out how to fill their sales funnel because they just get bombarded with seasonal clientele. They're a marketing firm. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you have to. You can't just be seasonal. She's like, no. I'm like, that stinks. I'm like, if you're getting seasonal, that means you're hiring extra work on for the season because you're coming into the season under demand. So now you got to bring people on, and then you can't keep them after the fact. So then they got to go. She goes, yeah, it really sucks. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy that we haven't figured this out earlier. It's like, what are we doing right now to combat this? Who's your clientele that you're going after? Just saying, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, dude, we need to talk about your sales process here. Like, and it was so fun. It was just, oh, dude, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. I love it. I love going in and listening to what all these people do. It's you'd enjoy it. Dude, like I said, it's dude who loved coffee. Met a dude who loved coffee. It was so crazy, so cool. So
I wish I cared about anything as much as them.
No, dude, it's about coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was interesting.
Like, to travel the world to like try the different flavors and anything. Like, I don't like anything that much. No. Just you had a vacation. Maybe you just haven't tried what you want that much. Maybe there's something that you'd want, you just don't know you want it. Like I got this chocolate pack from Sam's Club, chocolate of the world, and I thought, I'm like, oh dude, this would be super duper cool.
chocolate of the world, and then I started that weird diet, and I never got to eat the chocolate of the world. And I just wonder what all the chocolate tastes like in the world right now. And I give it to Olive, and she tries to tell me what it tastes like, but she's like, "Oh, it's like Santa's beard and stuff." And like, I'm like, "Dude, explain to me what this tastes like." So I mean, I would like after this is all said and done, like, dude, I'd love to go on like a Willy Wonka chocolate tour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's got to be something. Like, you like Legos. Like, would you like imagine maybe you built a house. Maybe it doesn't. You don't care about anything that much or want to go anywhere that much because it hasn't been created yet. Like, is there a Lego castle that exists out there in the world?
I don't know. I hope.
You hope? Yeah, I hope so too. And if not, like maybe like we got to build a Lego castle. You said you love Legos. You're creating. Are you doing stuff? We just build a big, congregation or a collective, and we go out and build a castle out of Legos.
Yeah.
It's got to exist.
I know they have like the Hogwarts castle and things like that.
Like that giant and somebody, yeah, and they just go walk through. Of course they do. You think they built it with bigger Legos?
I know they sell those big Legos.
You have big Legos?
I don't have them, but I know they sell them.
Do they? Yeah, in their Lego brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, dude, be sick. So you probably could make a house out of Legos.
Yeah.
You think it would pass like a building inspection?
No. I think your zoning would be way off.
Hey, Alex, we got a question for you. So me and Click are over here talking about building houses with Legos, kind of like a log cabin. How would zoning? Click thinks the zoning would be way off, and I'm saying it probably wouldn't also pass building inspection. Would there be a way that a Lego house could pass zoning and building restrictions?
Building a house entirely out of Lego would face significant challenges with zoning and building inspections. Zoning laws typically require homes to be built with materials and methods that meet safety standards, especially regarding structural integrity, weather resistance, and fire safety. Lego bricks, while sturdy for toys, aren't designed for real-world structural loads. However, building a house with Legos would definitely be a challenge when it comes to zoning and building inspections. Traditional Legos aren't designed for structural integrity.
Is it repeating
or
itself?
Safety codes. However, if you used Lego-like blocks specifically engineered for building, with proper materials and structural support, it might be possible. You'd need to ensure it meets all building codes for things like load-bearing, insulation, fire safety, and more. So, while a house made from traditional Legos probably
they're plastic.
A Lego-inspired concept using proper building materials might be feasible.
So that's another thing we need to do, Click, is we need to get a sponsorship from Legos so we can get Legos to make cooler shit that they could build a house out of. Like, I mean, there's got to be now at this given point with how the world is, and we're focusing on the, environment or whatever. Because we're just like, dude, we'll do a little bit, but we're not really focusing on any of it. Like the environment doesn't exist, but it does exist. There's a freaking hole. This is a crazy world. So, but I think it's to basically rewrite it all. Like, if stuff sucks, like to just change. I don't know. This that's another guy I'd like to hang out with. I'd like to hang out with Donald Trump.
Just to see what's going on.
Yeah, like I'd like to pick his brain, or God, I love to just hang out. I just like brains. I'm gonna be like freaking Jeffrey Dahmer just with a thing of brains. Be talking to it. That was the ending of one of my books I was writing, where at the very end it's just a bunch of brains. The guy didn't actually experience any of it, and it was just a bunch of brains that he had connected, all in jars and just all connected and feeding them into his computer and creating multiple personas and digital landscape. Just gosh. That was gonna be the end of one of them.
Alright, dude. I think I'm gonna hit the sheet.
Alright. Have a good night, dude.
You too. I'll talk to you.
Alright, man. I'll see ya. Bye. Oh golly. And then this is what happens. This is what happens, and then I stay here, and then I stay here, and I just I was already here for so long. I was already here. This has been an hour and a half since Fluff left. After an hour and 28 minutes actually since Fluff left, and like I'm still here, and it's just like, Dave, for what? Like you've existed on the internet long enough to know that nobody cares, nobody wants to see you, nobody wants to chat with you, nobody wants to anything, and it's just like, dude, just do the sleep thing like a normal human, and just stop with this realm of the internet. It doesn't like you, and it's just like, damn, dude, I enjoy it. Like, I enjoy it. Whoa, I enjoy you, internet. Whoa, yes, I do. I enjoy you, internet. Yes, I do. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Oh. Oh, the sample's not even working. We have no sampler. Do we have a sampler? It's working now. No sampler. That's way too loud. It's way too loud. Yes, it's here. Am I that loud? Is that how loud I am out there? Were we the same level of loudness in here? Whoa, 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 it's time to go. Yes, it's time to go right now. I'll see you later, world. We stayed on for way too long. Nothing matters but time. What do you do with your time when you could do anything with your time? How do you maintain your time? Whoa, 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 whoa. Teachable, shareable. We'll see you later, world. Accept that knowledge. Learn what you don't know. Share what you know and repeat. You don't know what you don't know till you learn what you don't know. See you later, world.